right, welcome everyone. My name's known as Journal Artista. And what is the date today? Thursday. Today's Thursday over on the Journal Artista channel of our day 18 of live art and chat. A little bit later today, I decided to. Whoa!
Funny Day, May Day events, and
Everyone wants to
the poster thing.
hold the fort. That's Tag Back TV. One of
from the wedding event.
I was watching some Animal Crossing videos. Tag Back TV is one of my gamers that I'm a channel member of. Oh, that's why I had that up. Hi, Christy. It's getting set up here. One moment. All right. Look what came today. So excited. And it came, the right one came this time. All right, get myself situated. Hi, Melody. How are you today? Ding, ding, ding. Look, so obviously I did absolutely nothing in my art room so far today. All this stuff from yesterday. So while people are filing in, I'll start moving some stuff. We'll talk about my new machine. Hi, Cynthia. I'm so sorry, my girl. I saw your text or your tweet, excuse me, just now. I didn't even think about. I need to be better at that. Today's day number 18 of going live, and I've gone live before 1 p.m. every day, 1 p.m. Eastern, every day before. So I apologize. I've made anybody worried. This morning I watched Jamie Edge. That was fun. It was early, and then I watched Kathy Harper, and then while I was watching Kathy, I took a little nap. I fell asleep on my chair. All right. What a mess do I have going on over here? Sweet loving goodness. Hey, Jonna. I'm allowed to have a private life? Hey, Laurel. Oh, my. And so, of course, my sleeping patterns all messed up. I was up super late last night because I had that coffee. Oh, I figured out. I ate too much too quickly before I streamed last night. So I was trying to stream like on a full, you know how it is. I ate too much, full stomach, right? And then I had some stuff I had was salty. So I think that's what caused my blood pressure to go up or something. Man, I was off. My apologies. I am not eating 5 minutes before I stream again. Hey, Kathy. So I got 2 things in the mail today. I got Arteza. Comes again, and it comes in a pack of 2. Some of you guys may already have these. The 100-page sketchbooks, premium, 8.3 by 11.7. 100. Look at this, my friends. 118-pound paper. 118-pound paper. Put that off to the side real quick. And it's the same. It has the same advertising on the inside. Oh no, Laura. My friends, when I say the paper, compared to any of the other sketchbooks, I mean, that Canson one I bought was like, what, 60-pound paper? Almost twice. Like, you could use this for art journal. I don't, well, I'll be using it for, but man, this paper is thick. That's why these I can tell you now that's why these books are a little bit more expensive than say just the Canson or some of the cheaper sketchbooks. Premium paper, 118 pounds. And it has like you see this what the cover texture is like. I'm so sorry, Cynthia. 118-pound, acid-free, heavyweight, expandable inner pocket, ideal for a variety of dry media. Well, you know us, we're gonna try everything, so it should be interesting. Distributed by 2018 Arteza LLC. Designed in the U.S., made in China. But this is Kathy. Have you tried one of these ones before? Hi, Diana. Welcome. It is. Let me tell you. You need to try it, Kathy. Ooh, you know what? I have two. Kathy, email. I don't think I have your new address. Email. I've got Joyce's box almost done. I've been actually working offside on, so I actually have to go to the post office to mail a box to Joyce's. I'll just throw this on. I can throw this in a bubble map. It shouldn't cost too much to ship across Ontario, but because I bought it comes with two, right? That's what I looked at it. 64. Yeah, how many sheets? 64 pages. Does that mean it's only 32 sheets? 32 sheets, 64 pages, or is it 64 pages, 120 sheets? Hold the fort. 1, 2, 3. No, 60. It probably only cost me $10. Not even. Rather than buying two for whatever. You know me, it's gonna take. I have so many books. It'll take me forever to. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Looks like there's about 32. Yeah, 64, 32 sheets, 64 pages. So there's some special work going in here. It's an Arteza, an Arteza. No, not the. Oh, that was the watercolor. Hold the fort. 64 pages was the watercolor one, not the sketchbook. Where did the sketchbook one go? Over here. Sweet loving goodness. 100 pages. Oh yeah, so 50 sheets, 100 pages. That's actually a nice kind of length. You could do 100 days of something. Ooh, that's an idea. They weren't cheap. I want to say it was two for $30 Canadian. Well, I guess that's actually is pretty cheap, or maybe it was $39.99. I don't know, but that paper is special. So I'll try that later. After I talk about my camera, you know me, I like to swatch. The first thing I want to do, I'll swatch some watercolor out of my little palette here. Oh, let me talk about this. So you see this thing I've got going on? It's got and it collects dog hair like crazy. So if you see Bella's fur, that's what it is. But I haven't shipped anything across Ontario in a while, Kathy. But yeah, if you want to order it or put it in your Amazon store so others can find it too. But man, I'm impressed. As long as stuff doesn't bleed through the other side of the page, that's what we'll have to do. But what was I saying? So yeah, Amazon or Instagram, right? I don't know what it is about Instagram. Maybe it's because of the things over there that I like or favorite or heart or watch or whatever is all art stuff, pure art. So I get the coolest ads. That's when I first found, those watercolor the ones that look like paint palettes that fanned out, and then I found them on Amazon, and we all bought them. Those bad boys. Instagram has, I'm telling you, those ads. So anyways, they had this dress. It's a dress, even though it's 3 inches too long, and it's the size extra large, by the way. This is an extra large. In real life, I'm now a size small, American small. So this is an extra large. Ordered off of Wish. Wish comes in. Hi, Darcy. Good to see you, my friend. Hi, Lady Diva. Welcome back. Yeah, I got them on Amazon, Canadian Amazon, not Amazon.com. So I didn't check on Amazon.com if it was there. So anyways, I'm like, look at that dress. I'm like, that's perfect. It's got little pockets. It's like a smock. I'm like, oh, I love it. So I ordered. I think it was $30 Canadian or something off of Wish. Yeah, I come. It's like, it's, I guess it's extra large, you know, for other nationalities than mine. So, but that's not the problem. The problem is, my friends. Okay, let's see. Can you go closer? Excuse the Bella, because it's not the right material. I don't know if you can look at it. Let me flip this over. My friends, this is pot holder material. Like, wait, it's quilted. I don't know if you can see. It's quilted. It is not material that should be made into clothes. So, like, if you were to see how it's like, I'm wearing it just like more like a house coat or something right now. Like I got it on top of my t-shirt and yoga pants. Like I'm just using it for like a sweatshirt. I kid you not. I kid you not. Pot holder material. I don't know. So I have not had luck ordering. So that was the first and only time I've ordered off Wish. Let me tell you, one and only time. So I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. I'm just wearing it now, like I said, just keeping me warm. But you can't wear it out. It's who thought like I don't know. Drink some coffee. Oh, sweet goodness. I look great for a pot. Pot holder. All right. So what I found out about instant printers uh a couple of years ago. I think when I was, a while ago, but they were super expensive. They still are expensive, don't get me wrong. They still are. And I kind of put on like, geez, I can't, like $1 a page. Like the iZink paper was $1 a sheet, and it's like what now iZink, the one I buy, the Canon one, which is here, on Amazon, Canadian Amazon, they're 50 cents a sheet, so 50 for 24.99, and they prints out two by three little sheets. But what's fun about the Canon Ivy Click Plus? I ordered it a couple weeks ago. I got it on Monday. Was it Monday or Sunday? They sent the wrong one. They just sent the Click. So I got I complained, got a new one, and it came the right one. So the difference between the Click and the Click Plus, this is an instant camera, printer, and app. Well, the app's on my phone. So the Click is just an instant camera, kind of like the Fuji Instamax or whatever, even though that's kind of Polaroid technology, where this is iZink technology. But so the other one, it had a point and shoot camera, but it wouldn't print out, with a micro SD card. Or this will print out anything, any picture on your phone, anything you have in a micro SD card. It's a regular printer. But look how fun it is. So it looks like this, and there's different brands on the market, and it has, you can see my camera, you can see me. It has a selfie mirror right in the lens there. The paper goes in here. I've already printed something on it. I'm just going to turn it around because it's a mirror, because it's, when you're it's a camera too. But look, my friends, I printed out my art that we did watercolor the other day. It actually goes this way. Look at that. Oh, sweet goodness. When I print, come on. Look how clear it is. I don't know if my camera is showing how vibrant it is. Maybe if I put it on something black. And they are stickers. Oh, sweet, loving, good. Now, I bought it because I saw this girl print out pictures of her Animal Crossing island. So the Nintendo Switch, it takes screenshots and recordings, 30-second recordings of your prior 30 seconds of gameplay. Yeah. It'll record the last 30 seconds if you did something cool or whatever. But there's also, in Animal Crossing New Horizons, you have a phone, a Nook phone, and on your phone there is a camera app. So sometimes you're prompted to take pictures with the camera app. So I want to print out all those bad boys. Put in my art journal. Let us see. Maybe I'll just take out my five subject composition book. So again, they are 2x3 little printouts. And they are stickers. Oh, again, not cheap. not cheap. Even with the camera was about $150. Uh, and the paper, like I said, I'm paying 50 cents per printout. So again, not cheap, not cheap, but sweet goodness, is exciting. I love it. I absolutely love it. So again, thank you for all your for the membership, the project I have going on. That's why I asked in my little questionnaire for a link or something, some type of a link or an attachment of art you want me to share, because I will be printing it out with my little printer and sticking it in. Yeah, just such a great way to draw. And like I said, any picture on my phone, any picture on my Switch, any picture on the internet, anything. It's a micro. It's a little. So Simon's like, well, how much is it? I said the paper's 50 cents. He's like, well, what about the ink? And I'm like, well, that's the thing. That's new technology. There is no ink. It's heat. It's heat. But prints on your smartphone, it comes the app. Like, I'm not techie, my friends. It was like a 5-minute setup. Not even. Um, there's other brands that still use iZinc zero ink technology. So Polaroid makes some, Canon makes some, all different other companies. So you might some of the other brands, like um maybe Polaroid's instant printer would be cheaper. But man, is that exciting. I haven't been six. I take that back. I've been excited about a lot of things. In the past 3 weeks, I've been excited about a lot of things. I take that back. But this is cool. Oh, this is cool. I can't wait to incorporate my other things into my journals with that little guy. So excited. Let's get back. Let's go to this. This is my little random crap watercolor tin. Ew. Okay, so I gotta be careful. I still do not have. I still haven't cleaned my water spray bottle. I caught up on my Animal Crossing this morning. Like I said, that's what I was doing, because I was telling you guys yesterday. Arting on the couch on a lawn chair, just not the same, my friends. Look, it's Julie. Hi, Julie. Hi, Mary Beth. Good to see you as well. Yeah, best thing we ever did. We used to bring a full kit with lenses and all. Can you imagine? Hi, Joyce. No, you don't have to have a smartphone. I mean, it prints off a micro SD card. So it's a point and shoot camera too, right? So you can point and shoot or pictures off a micro SD card. But you would have to have a smartphone to use the app, I would imagine. But maybe not. Like if you have a tablet or if you have an app book like this, like if you have some type of iOS or Android device that can run apps, I don't think you necessarily have to have a smartphone if you want to print out pictures that are on other things. If not, like if you just want to point and click, automatic camera, then you would just get the regular click is cheap. I think, like, I shouldn't say cheap, don't get me wrong, but similar price as the Fuji ones. Yeah, Joyce, if you have an iPad, same thing. You would just download it off the iPad. But I'm gonna tell you, this is the coolest thing. It printed. Let's show you. Let's see. Find the app on my phone. So it's a Canon Mini Print app. Looks like this. Maybe not. Yeah. So I'm just gonna. You can take a picture. I'm gonna click on the one. Sorry, I'm moving back because you guys don't need to see all my pictures. Okay, so let's. It comes originally with 10 sheets of paper. It's going to be this easy. I just turn it on up here. Hold the button. Turn it on. I'm just selecting pictures. Let's see. What do I want to print out? Mm-mm-mm. Let's print out this little snail I saw the other day. See how well it goes. And there's, I mean, the app, you can change it. You can edit the photos right in the app. All right. I'll hit print. So it goes up to like this. So you can choose multiple to print multiple pictures all at once. I'm just printing off my camera roll right now. And I'm just going to hit this. Wait, no. Wait, no. Oh, I don't want to do it twice. No, 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 no. Hold the fort. Delete, delete, delete. We don't want to print the same things. All right, it's on. Do I have? Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. I have to connect Bluetooth. One moment, please. That makes. I don't always keep my Bluetooth on. So, sorry. Excuse me. Got to change the. That helps. Bluetooth helps. Does it say anything? iZync. Well, I guess you have to research iZync technology. You know, I don't. Do they really know how anything's gonna last 100 years? It's gonna be long. It's gonna last as long as I'm alive. That's all I can. All right. So I'm gonna press print now. So then it moves up to there. Hey, Linda. And there it goes. So it's not like regular uh the colors are automatic. It's not like a Polaroid where you have to like, well, you didn't really have to shake it. I guess we just all did, but it's not that you don't have to wait for it to develop. It makes some noise though. It lasts longer than the the heat printers. The receipts that are made by heat don't last very long, that's for sure. Hey, Dawn has two sprockets. Yeah, that's another one. Sprockets is another brand. Who makes it? The sprocket? HP, I think. But they all take the same 2x3 iZync paper. So look at that. Now the border was on it because I didn't edit it. And it just says all images are printed successfully. I didn't edit it. But it's pretty good color. I don't know if you guys can see. This snail didn't have very much color. He just kind of was brownish and was a little guy. Ah, little guy. It prints videos. I'm laughing, but oh boy, I just turn it off. But again, you can use it as a camera too, so it doesn't have to be right up. Oh, for some reason it says 2x2 or 2x3, so you can choose. You can choose because some pictures, right? Like if you're taking something off of Instagram, it's a square picture. So you can choose to print it out in square form or in 2x2 or 2x3. That is pretty cool. Ah, Jane. Yeah, this is a red one. They come in a couple different colors. Ruby red. But how cool is that? I just love it. No, I haven't tried it as a camera yet. I mostly bought it for a printer. It just had a bonus that it was a camera as well. When you put your phone over the printed video, you can see and hear it. Are you joking me, Don? It did ask me, the printer, because apps ask you like crazy things, right? Like, why does my dictionary app need to use my you need to have access to my pictures and digital media? Like apps ask you all these things, like, oh, you have permission for this, and I'm like, why does my printer need to? It said that will it allow media like voice or something? And I'm like, why does my printer need to know my voice? Or need to have access to my audio, like audio files and stuff? What? No, I don't know. I'm the type of person that'll be like believe in that, and everybody else. But technology is right. Like, I mean, let's see. But it says it does require a mobile device to be connected to the Canon Ivy Click Plus instant printer via Bluetooth, which is available on the App Store and at Google Play. Compatible with mobile devices running iOS 9.0 or later, and Android devices running Android 4.4 or later. Dun, dun, dun. You think it would be somewhere on the box? I swear, if that happens, I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh, yours does, not this one, Don. The number 2. What is the what is the? Oh, so not mine. Yours the HP Sprocket 2. Get out. Oh my gosh, that's cool. It will I mean it's a point and click camera. So if you take a screenshot, if so, Elizabeth, what, for example, I take screenshots all the time, right? So that screenshot on my phone, or transfer it somehow to your phone, Google Docs, I mean, or micro SD card. I've got some cheap micro SD cards coming, like the 32 gigabyte one for I paid like $6 for or something, so that I can transfer pictures from my Switch to that. But yeah, if you take a screenshot, that's what I'm saying. I take a screenshot from my Nintendo Switch Lite, so I'll be able to print it out. Man, I really have to check that out. Welcome, RP Chandler. What the devil? My mind is blown. If there's what, you take a picture and the ink, they print it in some way so that, I don't know. I guess you always have to have the app then. The pictures come to life. That's some sci-fi stuff. Too fun. Too fun. Again, like 50 cents. So you really have to, like, I really love my Animal Crossing and I want to like my island, because you take pictures of, anyways. Isn't it bad that it's like I haven't printed pictures of myself or family or anybody for years, but I was like, I get myself an Animal Crossing island and I want to print out 50 pictures and scrapbook them. That's terrible. All right. So again, this is a Arteza 100-page sketchbook. I happen to have the Arteza watercolor paper book. This is a 110-pound watercolor paper, and this is a 118-pound sketchbook paper. And they're both premium. So the sketchbook paper is actually be interesting. So we're going to try them out. So you know me, when I use my sketchbook, I do all types of media in it. It's not just graphite. Let's see. Oh yes, the Batic Rose. Pauline, good to see you. Pauline, right? I'm pretty sure. My word, it's been a while, my friend. All right. I'm going to use a different. I need to just add a little water in here, but I don't want to. So again, if you're, hopefully my pot holder dress over here isn't too distracting. But I do like in my sketchbook. Oh, I did put some pen down there. I like to swatch stuff. So this is the sketchbook. This is not a, this is a funny type of brush is this. It's not a round, which is giving me some funny. This is a Cosmotop Da Vinci Spin, but it's like a, what do they call this? Not houndstooth. Is it something to do with a tongue? Hmm. Hey, Linda. I gotta check that out, Melody and Don. My mind is blown that a picture can move when you put your camera over it. Mind blown. I'm just excited to be able to print out Animal Crossing stuff. Uh-oh, I got some things. So not the I mean I should be doing brush strokes. Not should's not the right word. What would I have bought this size of what this style of brush? Cat's tongue. Thank you, Don. Thank you, my friends. You guys always got my back when I can't remember the right word. I love it. Excuse me. So Dawn says that she takes a picture and then she holds her phone app over the picture. This is the HP Sprocket 2, and of a picture of her dogs, and their dogs will start dancing in tandem, like start moving on your phone from the stationary picture. That is so cool. All right, so we got a little. So that didn't granulate. Like granulate's not the right word. That just actually it's pretty even flat wash. You know, I charged in some paint so it doesn't show. Oh, the camera. The camera doesn't. You know what you need, Kathy, my girl? what I what I would like, maybe this is just me being needy. I need a Kathy Arbor basic watercolor art supply list. You need to do like a basic. Maybe you already have it on your Amazon shop. But today, like you're using your Da Vinci brush, which I think I might have that particular one. But you know, if you always use certain things, I'm just curious. I like me those type of lists. So that was fun. That turned out actually kind of nice. So I'm just going to take the water brush here. See if this is a tiny, tiny water brush. So far, I don't know about too much wet on wet techniques, but let us try. I'll get it around. Yeah, this cat's tongue. I don't know why I would have bought it. Somebody told me to buy a cat's tongue. Probably Kathy. Oh, it looks like a long filbert. Cat's tongue has a sharp. Ooh, maybe Jane. Cat's tongue. Isn't that what the cat's tongue? What has a funny looking thing? Like there's a brush that's like this. Worst drawing ever, but it's got like an angle where this one is like this. How about those for drawings? Says this one just says number 8 Cosmotop Spin Series 5584. This must have came in now I remember. This would have came in a set, like a 3-piece Da Vinci set, I think. I don't think I would have bought this. You told me to buy a dagger or a sword. Oh yeah, sword. Sweet loving goodness. I need to reread some of my watercolor. Some of my watercolor books again, because this is a cat's tongue. Yeah, no, this is oval. Do they call oval ones cat tongues? Ah, sweet good. I sound like an idiot. I'll just stop talking about watercolor brushes and just get one and start. I don't know what I'm. All right, this is the one that she was using, the silver black velvets, and there is a set. I know Kathy has them in her A store on her Amazon Associates link. This is a number 8, but there is a set of rounds. Not set of rounds. I'm sure it came with this one, an 8, the oval. If I am correct, it was the 8, the 12, and the oval. It came with 3 different ones. Silver black velvet. It was on Amazon. I struggle with silver black. I always want to say silver black velvets, because they come to like an extreme sharp point. So you guys know I love me my Princeton Neptunes. Let me find a Princeton. Where's Linda? The other Linda's not here. My retro men must be like coffee mug, good, strong, and hot. Anyways, so if you look at, is this a 6 and this is an 8? Where is an 8? Do I have an 8 in the Princeton Neptunes? And maybe Princeton Neptunes are just more of my. No, I have a 10. I don't have an 8 Princeton Neptune. I need to rectify that situation. Okay, here's a 6, but well, I guess it would help if I wet it too. Like, flick it to get a point. I apologize. My camera is autofocusing like a craziness. But you get a super fine. You get that extra super fine tip on the black velvets, silver black velvets. Now maybe I originally had a finer tip on the Princeton Neptunes because this number 6 is one of my favorite sizes for doing swatches. I use that brush a lot, so maybe some of the hairs I might have worn a little bit of it down. I don't know. Anyway, so I do have struggles sometimes with the silver black velvets with that super fine point because I put that point down onto the paper. You'll see, and then I can't get it. My hand is shaking. Hold the fork. Move this here. All right, my pot holder. Oh, oven mitt dress is getting hot. The lights. Whew. All right, pot holder. Oven mitt off. Man, that's hot. Oh, well, let's color this in. So obviously it's taking the watercolor better than the Canson I bought. That's only 60-pound paper. See, look, I can't color in properly. I mean, these silver black velvet brushes, you can get the finest of lines, right? Super fine. But I have trouble with that fine tip. Anyways, this isn't watercolor paper, my friends. This is just a sketchbook. So I like, so far, autofocus. Kathy is telling me that this silver black velvets are more pointed than most other brushes. I find it a challenge to do. So I guess it's probably, I find it a challenge to do like linear work. Like I like a lot of geometric stuff, right? So I'm putting that brush down. I don't know. I just need more practice. That's what I know. All right, this is the Arteza watercolor book. I guess we'll go back with this same weird looking oval. What kind of brush this is? Hi, Cheryl. Yeah, I mean, the brushes do wear out over time. Like if you actually, not that they're not usable, just the tip. The I didn't try any wet on wet in that one, did I? But here I am saying that, I complaining that I'm using a round tipped brush to do a excuse me, where I probably should be doing a flat or using a flat. Again, my apologies for the autofocus, my friend. Still, my new computer still hasn't shipped, but hopefully, let's put some water down first, and then I'll charge in some color. Oh no, Cheryl, your dog's mad at me. His walk was cut short. I apologize. No, don't tick off the dogs. That's what. I don't want any dogs mad at me. I'm not doing anything special, my friends. I'm just putting color onto paper, seeing how this paper, look how nice of a wash that is, my friends. I don't know if you guys can tell, but that's a pretty flat, that's a, that's a pretty even wash, if I do say so myself. That's not normal for me. Paper matters. Let's go over here. So I wanted to try wet on wet. Back, this is the sketchbook. So obviously it's sketchbook paper, not watercolor paper. So wet on wet should be kind of limited. Probably this is going to sink right in. Let's see. Man, it's hard. It's harder to with the way I currently have my light set up. It's harder to watercolor. I'm not seeing the glare. Ooh, I didn't finish my sentence. So while I was watching Kathy today, I did find myself a table to use. Because like I said, I've got my zero gravity chair now, and I got rid of my love seat in the living room, so I do not have a couch anymore. So I was watching Joyce yesterday and trying to do art on the couch on a lawn chair. Just not the same, my friends. The paper is awesome. I mean, look at that. A wet on wet wash and scrap in sketchbook paper. So let me find my phone. I found an awesome. It was on Amazon. It was $70 or $80 Canadian. But check this out, my friends. I don't know. It'll take a while, but this is. I think it'll be. Let me see. It says it's not going to arrive till Monday, June the 1st. Who knows? Let me just get the picture up. But look at this. So just the way that the zero gravity lawn chairs are, it's not like four, like not like a chair that has four legs, right? It's got platform. It's hard to explain. That's not the right word I'm looking for. Platform legs are not the right word. But check this out. Hi, Anita. Isn't that perfect? Look how big it is. So you can put, and it's metal, but see, this is what's important. See, it has legs on coasters. And the way my chair is, I will be able to put these, like my chair will fit because it's so wide this way. I'll be able to have my lawn chair, zero gravity lawn chair, and or I could use the another, like a chair from my kitchen, a dining room chair, and do some computer work or not. But it's big, so it was only $74.99. I think that's not too bad of a price. And let me see. I mean, just you don't have to have the wheels on it if you don't want them. But let me see the dimensions. So the tabletop itself is 15.7 by 31.5 inches, so 15 by 31. And then of course it's little thing of your charging. I think it's great. I think it's the absolute perfect solution for what I need. The zero gravity chair I had. Well, if you just type in zero gravity now, Amazon, I'm telling you, I bought mine at Canadian. I didn't buy it. My wonderful stepfather bought it for me. Thank you so much, Kev, if you're out there watching. Uh, I don't know if my mom lurks on here sometimes or not. I He got me an extra large one, so let me just quickly bring it up over on the Canadian Tire. Because not that if you're in the U.S. and you don't have Canadian Tire, it's just easier for me to look it up here. These chairs, you can buy them anywhere. Walmart. But it really is helping. Like, just if I'm sitting watching TV or whatever, my legs aren't going numb because there's no pressure points before on my, sitting on my butt. Hi, Valerie, by the way. So it looks like I got the one. So this is a For Living extra large. Mine is red, but this is a beige one. This is a beige one. Mine is red, but I did get the one with the little cup holder. So you see that you're never in. This is the upright position, so you're still slightly inclined. So it's harder to, you know, sit straight up on it, and then my res, and then that's what it looks like when you're laying down. So like when it's fully reclined, your feet are parallel to your heart. So do some research on zero gravity chairs. Um, but it takes up a lot of when you're in the reclined position, it's 62.6 inches space you need. So over 6 feet to be perfectly reclined like that. But when you're sitting, like, you could do the research for zero gravity chairs yourself. But when you're sitting like this, right, when your feet are up like that, all there's not so much pressure on my butt. All the pressure is even across, underneath my thighs and under my knees and my legs, right? Like you're more. Anyways, do some find a these are lawn chairs. They have zero gravity chairs that are hundreds of dollars, like real chairs, not lawn chairs outside. But yes, I'm arting on the couch in a lawn chair. But yeah, it is helping sitting differently. Again, I don't know what's causing my drop foot, but I will do absolutely until I can go to a neurologist and get a brain scan. I will do absolutely. I'm just treating it as if I did have a pinched nerve or some type of nerve damage. So whatever I can do to alleviate any pressure, nerve pressure, then that's what I'm doing. But laying in it feels great. So look at this. This is my sketchbook, my friends. Sketchbook. This is a wet on wet, and so on the back, and there's some bucklage, but this is the Arteza sketchbook. Man, I'm telling you, that paper is probably it's reacting similar to the paper, or it's acting like the paper in the Jane Davenport books. Man, I really like that. Let us see what I got over here. Some things I like to swatch. I have those Home Cube watercolor brush markers. There's so many different. I think Arteza has brush markers like this. There's so many brands that. Oh no, dried out or hasn't been used in a while. Look at that. Use it or lose it, my friends. I don't know if it's dried out or if it was just where maybe I had stored it. Oh, I got hiccups. Excuse me. Maybe I stored it straight up and down for too long. Or maybe it just doesn't like this paper. I mean, it may not be dry. I may have never even used that marker. Maybe it just needs to be the ink needs to be flowing, or just because when I bought these 2 years ago, they dried out before I could use them. Probably more likely. I'm gonna stand them all up. I'm gonna stand them all up like this. See if it'll make a difference. Yeah, nothing's coming out. I bet you. I had them stored the wrong way. This is bad news, my friends. I bet you I just had them stored. Let us try it on watercolor. In the watercolor journal, or excuse me, sketchbook, or book, or however Arteza describes it. Look at how wonderful that washes. Look how flat that is. You know how much I struggle. If I busted out a Jane Davenport watercolor, which I love, I filled a whole one. I filled a whole one. Don't come at me. Um, I never got a wash like that. Look at that, and that was with Mylene. Thank you so much for being here, my friend. This is the watercolor journal. Well, look at how flat that. Believe me, I'm not exactly the most skilled at brush water, brush control and water to paint ratio and all that fun stuff. So, especially just doing it live and not even like really caring. Not caring is not the right word. I wasn't paying too much attention. Very interesting. Now it makes me want to buy the different sizes. Okay, so today I definitely have to store these. Oh, I'm gonna have to gather them up and store them upside down and in hopes that they come back to life. What's good? 10 out of 10, Anita. This my washes. Anita's telling me my washes are good. I like it. I'll take the compliment from you, Anita. Beautiful watercolors. All right. I'm let me tell you, I'm impressed. I mean, I've only done this, so to take it as a grain of salt so far. But to throw down my first wash and have it look like that, there is like I don't know what you see in real life, my friend. Even this green over here, there is not one variation of like a little bit of anything. Like, if you go back to the still a pretty good wash, right? But you see a little the wet on wet over there. Man, Arteza, you are impressing me so far. Whoever whoever runs the brand and is choosing the products to brand, I'm impressed. I'm gonna I'm gonna do some wet on wet. Let's get out a brush and do that Daniel Donaldson technique we were doing last night. I will be using a Princeton 10, another Princeton Neptune round 10, another one of my favorite sizes. I must have an 8. I must have I'll do a little wet on wet over here. Got a little rectangle going. My nose is running. I'm telling you, my friends. I think I gotta say this. Well, I don't care who's watching. Oh, you never know who's watching. But soon we have to move. Soon we're looking for. I have to look for a new place. Maybe September. It's not healthy here. There's mold. Look at that. Oh boy, I may never. And I mean, I know you, all you guys. I haven't been around in a while, so you guys have been using the Arteza watercolor books, watercolor journals for a while. I know Joyce Age has what, a 6x6 or an 8x8, and they sell different stuff. But I'm new to I'm late to the game. I apologize, my friends. My camera autofocus. Hopefully, it's not shipped yet. My computer's not shipped, but less than a week, I'm hoping. I think it's probably going to be shipped from Toronto. So once it does actually leave the warehouse, I guess that's the thing, though, is getting it to leave the warehouse. It'll get here fast. Charge in some blue, see what happens. I use this 10 a lot, so it doesn't come to the finest of points anymore either. Oh, I can't wait to do some of Anna Victoria Calderon's exercises. And I took her class on Skillshare years ago, or classes on Skillshare years ago, and then she published her book, which has a lot of the same exercises and projects from her Skillshare classes. And I bought the book digitally, so I'm gonna get that out. I would love to do some of her wash exercises, water control exercises on here. I don't know. I guess the bigger the book, I want to bigger the swatches. Man, oh man. I mean, I can. Wow. This particular one is the Arteza Watercolor Journal, not the sketchy book. I just like splots and stuff, so I know I add I'm making a mess. Some people get. Look at that. I'm not watching chat, my friends. I'm enthralled, enchanted. Let's see. Remove my half the water from my brush. Remove more water from my brush. See if I'll get a gradient wash down this page. Look at that. Man. Well, I just added more water. I screwed up that bad boy down there, but that's. Sorry, I'm just keep saying the same things over and over here. You know I'm a problem. I'm short of words. I'm so impressed with this paper in this book. I'm making a brown over here. Muddy mess. Look at that. Man. Again, this is the Arteza Watercolor Journal. Uh, Paper matters. That's definitely so true. I'm gonna let that dry a little bit. I've got too much water on there. This one, Julie, this is the Arteza watercolor journal. I'm getting. Let me just find the. It looks like this. They come in a pack of 2. This happens to be the 8.3 by 11.710 pound, but I know they have different sizes. No, it's 110 pound. The watercolor journal is Anita. This is only 110 pound paper. Shouldn't say only, but the sketchbook, which still produced a pretty decent wash for sketchbook paper, this paper is this is the 100 pages premium sketchbook, 118 pound paper. But this says ideal for a variety of dry media. But I've had no problems working with wet media on here. Man, this paper, I'm telling you, when I say it's thick, like, I'm impressed. All right. And you know me. It takes a bit to impress me. When you think you've used every journal and book going, look at that. Now, these are Daniel Smith. Most of them in here are Daniel Smith watercolors. So yeah, I am using a fancy brush and fancy watercolors. But we can bust out the Prima set right now. Or a Prima set. This is, but it's, I mean, tell you, I'm not just the paper, the books, the covers, the binding, very well made. Very well made. This Arteza. Like I said, I haven't had Arteza's been around for a couple of years, but I was out of the loop, so I haven't been buying art stuff. So again, I'm sure you guys already know all of this, but so these are my Jane Davenport and Prima watercolor paints in here, all mixed together. Because they are the same paints with the same colors, even. All right, that was extra juicy. Boy, oh boy. Yep, so when you... That's purple. There's a lot of pigment. So let's try to do that same gradient wash. How not to do. So I'm using a lot more water in here as I move this down. I actually really look at that. Man. It's beating up funny there because obviously I must have had my hands must not have been I have some oil on it. Look at that. This is a sketchbook, my friends. Sketchbook. These are awesome journals. Well, I'm straight. Now we don't know how it's going to take sprays or anything else quite yet, but look at that. I don't know if you guys can see. Is my cat? On my screen right now, what I see is like royal blue. Are you guys seeing purple? Thank you so much, Jane. I'm sorry, Anita. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Like I said, this is my first rodeo with this, but look at that. This is a heat gun. Oh, I'm going to enjoy working in these. And not just as a sketchbook. So if it takes this, I mean, it says for all types of dry media, but if it takes water this well, I mean, it's going to be good for regular art journaling and throw down some gesso on top. I'm sorry, Cheryl. Some things never change. I mean, the page buckles more, but look, there's nothing, absolutely no show through on that. So obviously it's not going to, oh, got some blooms going on in there, but you know me, I love me some bloomage. I'm obviously gonna have some bucklage on it, unlike, let's see, here's a Sharpie, a regular Sharpie. See how much this goes through to the other side. Like this is Sharpie. Sharpie, my friends. Can you see it? All right, let's color just so people don't. I'm really going in with the Sharpie. Going in. This is the sketchbook. What the devil? This is Sharpie. Sharpie, my friends. No. Everything I own, Sharpie goes through. Almost every journal. Now I'm curious. Hold the fort. Here is a Jane Davenport book. Jane Davenport journal. I've got some stuff going on in here. Let's see. Because it's very rare that I will take a Sharpie to any of these journals, right? Because you think it's going to go right through, so I don't want to, ruin nothing. Ruin nothing. Holy smokers, who learned me how to smoke? I don't want to ruin anything, so look, that didn't go through on the other side really either. Interesting. But if if I did I leave my, yes, that's the problem. I left my other book. Oh no, it's right here. Never mind. Did bring it in. So this is the Canson sketch. Excuse me. I'm thinking of Canon. I'm thinking about a printer. Canson sketch, 8.5 by 11, 65-pound paper sketchbook. This says it's versatile surface, dry media, fine texture, 65 pounds. So obviously, if 65-pound paper, I bust out a Sharpie. It goes through. Let's just for giggles and you know what. Let's try. Let's see what happens if I add the same watercolor, same Daniel Smith on here. Now, obviously, watercoloring on 60 something pound sketchbook paper is not ideal. Ding, ding, ding. So I'll quickly do a quick flip of what I do in my sketchbooks and why I chose or why I ordered this Canson XL. I like the 8.5 by, not Canson XL, excuse me, this Canson sketchbook because I like the 8.5 by 11. I obviously don't do too much. Oh, I'm just making a mess and more of a mess out of this. So I've got lots of water on there. I'll flip it over. I'll let this dry a little bit. Still nice, but I'll let it dry a little bit and see what it looks like on the other side of the paper. Well then, my mind has been expanded. And I'm gonna cause a craft-a-lanch. Everybody, cover your ears. Let's see. So I have shown this multiple times now. Thank everybody for being here. I truly appreciate it. Oh no, Cheryl hates me now. Oh, I'm sorry, Cheryl. I'm sorry, everybody. It is what I do. It is what I do. So you can see from back here, sometimes I add acrylic paint, sometimes it's just marker. Pen, this is when so alcohol markers on this one obviously went right through the back. Some sketch notes on Linda Berry's syllabus. I started reading it August 16th, 2018. 2 years ago I did this. So you can see I do a lot of marker work. This is black acrylic paint. I did my swatch, my Paul Rubens down here. Drew a little bubble. Like this. So as you can see, I don't necessarily need 118-pound paper for what I do. But you know, like if you just do a little watercolor there, like it's not those are Prismacolor 36 water soluble pencils. So I swatch, try different things, a lot of marker work. That's my backyard. Some succulents. Oh, there's my bunny in my backyard. Kathy. I did draw it when he was in the backyard there. The bunny has spent 2 days in the backyard. So this was back in 2 years ago. Sitting on her little nest. I'm actually quite impressed with myself with that one. I just used it. You can't even tell. It's glitter. It's a glitter gel pen that I used on that guy. But I took a picture and I was sitting in the backyard and I drew him in a couple different angles. I did a blind contour back down here. Actually, that's pretty fun. Which is your favorite? I'm talking to myself in my journals. Again, I apologize for the autofocus, guys. I do not have control over my camera settings, probably for another week. Welcome back, Bed of Dust. I usually need to be reminded of your name twice. Some Zentangling, something is something. Sketching my favorite pair, one of my favorite pairs of scissors. This is when I got those pastel fan watercolor sets a couple years ago. Drew some pen. So you see, like in my sketch, this is the type of thing that I will be eraser that I like to do. There's my Linda Berry. I had a terrible headache all day. Prima Metallics, I swatched over here. I like that Mel Robbins 5-second rule. So I sketch note some of that. Creative license, I drew this. If you look at the creative license by Danny Gregory, like I was impressed with myself in that lettering that I was able to recreate it. Oh, Cheryl's good. You just ordered a zero gravity chair, Elizabeth. Hoping helps with your back. I hope so too. It's really, like I said, I'm no doctor. Do the research yourself. There's lots of research out there. You know, that's why I chose the $70 lawn chair to see how it works first. But it's comfy. I sleep in it all the time. Well, anytime I take a nap, anyways. So I obviously don't need to exact, a little little watercoloring I did on this particular page, right? Don't need to have the best of paper. And these are just marker. From the book Doodle Drawing by Sarah Skeet, Skeate. My wonky spoon, my yikes thing, these boxes things. It was in a book. It's harder than it looks. I was drawing my pill bottle. Bad news. Drawing my ink stick. So I don't think I don't. That's not the right word. I shouldn't say I don't think. I probably won't use the Arteza sketchbook for this type of stuff. I mean, it's fancy paper. I should be using it for like art journaling type of stuff. Oh no! Oh, that's because I taped it. There's personal stuff in there. That's why. These Pro Art knockoff super tips. I've almost completely used them up. I think I only have like 20 left. I will never buy those again. They were bad, but let me tell you, practicing lettering, my friends, like look how neat that is. It is so true. If you do it every day, man, so true. You can see the progression. There was the up drawing on the right side of the brain workbook, the upside down drawing. I didn't do this head, but I got the bottom part of it. For those that have the drawing on the right side of the brain book, there's the drawing upside down. I was pretty like I said, I'm a self-taught artist, my friends. I never went to art. I didn't do art class past grade 8. I thought drawing was a talent that you were born with, not a learned skill. Not that people aren't talented, don't get me wrong, but it's a learned skill, and I never learned how to do it. So when I do something like that, something like that, I was like, what? I could do that? I was draw a box lesson number 1. I was sketchnoting something over there. October 5th, 2018. Look forward. October 5th, 2018. Some notes. Yeah. So I guess I don't need like a full like fancy 110-pound paper. So this is the Canson sketch. The watercolor paper looks half decent. Let's see what it looks like on the back. Yeah, I mean, the alcohol marker, I mean, the Sharpie went through a little bit. The sketch isn't too bad. So I think I'm going to enjoy it. Like, well, there's some acrylic I was braring off when we were doing that yesterday. I have some gesso on here. But for the little bit of stuff I'm going to do in here, Obviously, I have not done any too much in it yet. All right, this is the watercolor journal. Beautiful. My brushwork isn't as nice, but I definitely like how that looks in the back. And then lastly, where did it go? Over here, it's drying. The sketchbook pages. The sketchbook one, 120 pound. I mean, look at the back. Nothing came through is really showing up too much on the back. I mean, the Sharpie, you can see a shadow because of the light, but I mean, that's not going to affect anything. Oh boy. Why am I pointing with this? It's not going to affect anything, any art you do on the back side of the page if you're using alcohol. Now, I don't know about the other alcohol markers. Where's my Touch New? Oh, thanks, Valerie. It's so true. It's practice. It's practice and understanding how to see. Like I said, I didn't finish all the exercises and drawing on the right side of the brain, but I read every word of the book and her theories behind it. It changed my mind. It really did. It really. These are those Touch 5. I want to say Touch New, but Touch 5. Oh, who that you know these alcohol markers we bought a couple of years ago. Let us just take one out. Let's just see how much that goes through to the other side. Boy, it's almost like I need to save this for a special project. No, I think to be honest, I think it'll just be a great art journal. No wonder Joyceage and Shauna and everybody likes them using as an art journal. The watercolor books, not this sketchbook. The watercolor. These watercolor ones. But as an art journal, so those alcohol markers ghosted through a little bit, but really not that bad. I mean, I'm telling you, this paper, my friends, it's thick. Perfect, I think, for an art journal. And well, let's do it. Add some gesso to this bad boy. Why not? We're right here. I still got some coffee. Oh, this is exciting. You never know with a new company, especially a company like Arteza that brands products. You don't know. But so far, anything I've bought from them has been half decent. Oh no. Watercolor brush right in the gesso. I don't even know because Walmart cut down the art. I mean, the art and craft section in the Walmart by me, which I haven't been to in like even before the pandemic. I hadn't been to Walmart in a long time, probably around Christmas, I suppose. But I don't know if they still sell it. I hope they do because it's my favorite gesso. I'm just scraping it on. My gift card here is a little dirty. Use the back of the pen. Scrape some in it. He done. You haven't watched. Since it's been 2 years, I watched any of Paula's videos. If somebody showed, I would have not have thought it was mine. Yeah. Like I said, I used to be so. I mean, if you go back and watch that video, I did a couple when I a couple weeks ago when I was showing my sketchbooks from the beginning. Oh, and I did find the bag that has my Ustream, my first Ustream journal, or the one we worked when we started Ustream 10 years ago. So I did find that I found this Sammy Harding one that she made me. I found that bag. He can. Let's see. Around me, my poor watercolor palette. We have some Distress Day Springs. Distress. Am I the only one who can't say? I want to say distress stray, like distress spray stains. There's too many STs and SPs up in that thing. All right, distress stain in salty ocean. Sketchbook paper. Oh, Ranger. That's bad news, my friends. Was I too rough with it? Oh man, it came right out of the thing. Uh, I'm telling you, Ranger needs a quality manager. No, maybe that's my fault. I won't blame Ranger. That could have been my fault. I mean, it shouldn't be. Anyway, could have been me. Could have been me. I'll blame the user. Blame me before you blame Ranger. Probably me. Probably has something to do with me not using it for a couple of years. So, anybody else's do something like that? Oh, thank you so much, Valerie. I'm sorry, Cheryl. Cheryl's gonna be sending me messages on Facebook later. Be mad at me. That's on top, so just so there. I'm just, I can't stop making little watercolor swatches. I'm so impressed with the paper. I mean, this type of journal for an art journal. Now, I don't know what's. I don't know if the sketchbook version comes in um a different size than 8.5 by 11. I know the watercolor books do, but I don't know if the sketchbooks come in different sizes. The watercolor, does it tell me on here? But the watercolor journals are 64 pages premium, right? And the sketchbook is 100 pages. So if you do mixed media, not just watercolor, you might. I gotta get. Before I say that, I should compare prices. I should compare prices. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Hi, Linda. I know Ranger does real good about replacing stuff. It's me that's not so good at emailing Ranger. That's the problem. Is it 825? No, 625. Is it 825? No, it is. I thought it was 625. No, 2025. Me 8 o'clock. Mm. Linda, my girl, did you see that? Thank you for those messages yesterday. Did you see the table I settled on Amazon? It says it won't get here till Jan, Ju, June 2nd. It looks like this, but let me find the one. Look how wide it is, and it's on casters, on rolling, on wheels. But it's like wide, and it's still like got the L shape. But again, it'll fit under my lawn chair. I'll purchase this item. I surely did. So the tabletop, 31.5 inches by 15.7. And it can go up to, the highest it can be is 35.4 inches. Anyways, 31 by 15, that's a lot more real estate than a tilted table. That is awesome. No, I didn't put it on. I showed it on here, not on Twitter. I found it while I was watching Kathy today. All right. Added a little bit of gesso, but I'm just gonna turn the page. Let's see what happens when we just scrape our good old acrylic paint on it without any gesso. Dun, dun, dun. Again, my apologies, my friends, if I had anybody worried today because I didn't go live before 1 p.m. because I've been going live in the morning. Today is day number 18 in a row of going live. Thank you so much for everybody for being here. Usually, if this is just art and chat, who knows what's going to happen. I'll do a flip through. We talk about stuff. We might do a little demo, a little art. We might do a lot of art. We might do no art. We might clean. Who knows? Today, little haulage. So, of course, there's no gesso, so it's going to sink right in. But could be worse. That's for sure. Could be worse. I'm going to add a little gesso to it. Over here, I'm going to spray some sprays. Test some paper. So this just says dry media. On the label, it says it's good for dry media. But we're testing out some wet media. I'm just going to use the first stencil, or the one I was using last night. So that's because it's right here. Just going to use it. You find a spray. That's on Amazon. It was only $69.99. I think the price went up $5 since I bought it. Yeah, $75. Well, now it's 75, but I'm pretty sure I paid $69.99 Canadian for it. So, Debbie, can't find your planner. Speaking of which, my friends, I've got an email today from the Happy Planner. Happy Planner's having 30% off site-wide for the long weekend, including sale items, or on top of sale items. So if you're liking your Happy Planner stuff, man, I've spent too much money on books. I can't buy me any Happy Planner stuff. If they had a better shipping, but I cannot. I would buy some on the sale, but not. It's $30, $29 American shipping, $30. Turn that with our dollar being 70 cents or something like that. I mean, I'm not paying $50 in shipping, even at 30% off. I just can't do it. Just can't. Like how much? You know what I can buy for $50? I could buy more of these journals. Hi, Glenda. Good to see you, my friend. How are you today? That gesso is not dry. This is an old Julie Faye Fan Balzer stencil made by Z Crafters Workshop. But I'm just seeing how this all right, add a little bit of water there. Take a little drink of coffee. Hi, Monique. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Just ordered the Arteza 2-pack sketchbook and watercolor. Thanks for recommendation. My pleasure is what I do best. No, no. You guys know me. I can't help myself. If something is exciting, that's it. I've got to share it with you guys. I love me my research. This is a distress spray stain cracked pistachio. Add us some water and see how it's going to react when I get it really wet. Again, this is just, or I shouldn't say just, I was just going to say this is just a sketchbook, but it's not just a sketchbook because apparently it's got 118-pound paper in this. And it is awesome. Sewn binding. Like, you cannot complain about the cover and binding. That's for sure. These ones as well. I should look on Amazon to see how much I paid. Canadian. That's going to seep into a bunch of other pages on the back, but that's all right. Ordered me some wax paper today, so that when I use the saran wrap, it doesn't stick to acrylic paint. Oh, Paula. Speaking of saran wrap, that's what I'm looking for. Oh, there it is. So I just bought some wax paper on Amazon. $2. Oh, I just mean like ink spray. I just mean how it's going to work with sprays. It's not a particular company. I just meant ink sprays, not as opposed to acrylic sprays, I suppose. Let's see what happens. Nothing came off on that. Well, there wasn't too much on there. So when you open it, it does, like, look at this. It did crack the binding. See this? Let me see. Focus. I mean, it's not cracked. It's cracked. It's still holding on, but I can see, you can see that's better. I'm not sure if it's supposed to do that. Right at that particular signature. But that's just where the signatures are joined. So let's find another one. But it lays flat, so I don't think it's going to be a problem in the future. There's gesso on there. Let's see. I'll just scrape the same cerulean blue hue. No, iZinc. If I said iZinc is the, if you missed my spiel on the Canon Ivy Clip Plus, I printed out this little picture with it today of a little snail that was on outside my house in my backyard. That's a super close-up macro picture. It was like super tiny. But iZinc paper, if that's might have been what you were hearing. This paint is a little chunky. I'm gonna have to use that on my jelly plate. So I do have gesso down here. So be able to see where the gesso is and where it is not. Where the paint will sink into the paper where there's no gesso and sit on top of the gesso. Make a mess over here. Need a baby wipe. Is it under my oven mitt dress? Nope. Oh, there's a sucker born every minute. They just laugh to the bank with that $30. This Canadian sucker is gonna buy a potholder dress. All right. Nope, can't find my baby wipes. I don't have any new Seth sprays. I didn't even know Seth had sprays till last week, or Dina Wakely. So those and there's a few new things in the mixed media world that I need to research. Seth and Dina Wakely sprays are definitely on the list. Honest to goodness, I don't want to open a brand new thing of baby wipes. Dun, dun, dun. There it is. Now I've waited too long. This might be hard to wipe back because it took me in 5 minutes to find the baby wipes. Hey Kathy, good to see you, my friend. This is that Julie Faith Van Balzer stencil. And you know, like I say, if you're wiping off, I call it the little twist technique. If you're wiping back through a stencil that is super detailed or has sharp points like this one, this is Julie Faith Van Balzer stencil from the Crafters Workshop. I'm constantly flipping my baby wipe around. You want to make sure you're on a clean spot. But sometimes I call it the twist method. If you're so I put the baby wipe down and I just twist it a little bit so that your baby wipe doesn't get caught up in some sharp edges of a stenciler mask. All right, so I'm wiping back directly on paper over here, so it might pill. We'll see how that handles. It'll come right off where there's gesso, so let's see what happens. Ooh, ooh. The thing with these ginormous journals, I don't have enough desk space for these bad boys for 8.5 by 11 journals. I don't have enough, because a 3 by 6 foot table is not enough space for anybody. But again, this is 118-pound paper sketchbook. So you can see there's no gesso up here, gesso down there. The watercolor on top of it. Right, I am. Yeah, this is the sketchbook. It says it's only for dry media, but I don't know. I'm having some, okay. Let's see. Okay, yeah, now we're going to see how we are. Now we're going to see how the paper is different. So you can't barely see where any of that stencil originally was. I mean, I sprayed pistachio, the cracked pistachio distress spray. Distress spray stain. Sweet goodness, why does it have to be a tongue twister? Or is it just me and my Canastodian accent? I can't say it. Yeah, so that kind of, there was no gesso, nothing on here, so that blended out. Not saying it looks bad, but if you look on the back, I do have some bleed through there. But again, if you saw me spray that live, like that is a lot of water I put on there too, right? When I sprayed that, that was a bit of water. So you probably wouldn't be spraying, if you were using that much water, you might not want to use this particular book. I'm just going to add some gesso to this while we're at it. That was a lot of gesso. It is coming out of this bad boy super fast. All right, I need to get out my composition book I've been working on and adding layers to use up some of this gesso. Let's see. Stamp some over here maybe. Get some dendritic texture. This page definitely needs some gesso sunk right in. Paint from last night. I pretty much close all my books. I like that dendritic. How not to pronounce things with Journal Artista. Now, I probably shouldn't be putting gesso on this when the page isn't dry, so you know. Do as I say, not as I do. And I'm getting gesso everywhere. Yeah, definitely would have been smarter to gesso it when the page is dry. But nobody says, you know me, I don't follow the rules. I follow rules, don't get me wrong. Or maybe not in art. Dun, dun, dun. Can't wrap your East Coast or Essex accent around it. I tried Daniel Smith watercolor ground? I have some watercolor ground. It's not Daniel Smith though. I think it's made by Golden. Are you talking about the paste that to put on paper to make it watercolor paper? I think that's what I'm thinking about. Golden, I'm pretty sure. Mm, mm-mm. I lied. I have core watercolor ground. Directions. Absorbent surface. Apply 2 to 3 layers. May thin with up to 25% water. Let dry 24 to 72 hours. So you're supposed to dry between layers? Doesn't say that. Core. Absorbent surface. Period. Apply 2 to 3 layers. Period. May thin with up to 25% water. Period. Let dry 24 to 72 hours. Period. Well, that doesn't help anything, does it? Do you have to dry in between the 2 and 3 layers? 24 hours in between 2? I don't know. I don't think I've used it. Shocker! Sorry, that was loud. Oh, no. Welcome, Ellen. Thank you for joining us. This is just an art and chat. We're just having fun. Playing around with stuff, discovering some new Arteza sketchbooks and watercolor paper journals. Taking a sniff. Smells like, well, actually, I should do the scientific. I should not stick my nose in here and completely inhale. So I think I may have tried it once. I obviously didn't use it. I've had it for a few years. Nothing wrong with it. Gail is telling me, hi Gail, by the way, you just have to let it dry to the touch between layers. Waft, exactly, Debbie. I'm sorry. The safety manager in me is cringing. That gesso looked, well, of course the gesso's going to sink in because the paper's wet. You know, that's not the paper's fault if my gesso's sinking in. That's my fault because the paper was damp. He can. Well, Jamie, our artist, poet, girl, APG Jamie over here on YouTube, she was using that rusting stuff today, rusting powder. And here I am over here thinking, I'm like, I think you need vinegar or whatever. I guess different ones, you need different things to activate the rust. And I'm thinking to myself, I wonder what kind of chemical reaction, if I put on some citrusol onto that rusting powder, would my art room blow up? He can. Thank you, Jane, throwing up my join link button. And if you didn't see, I know Glenda and a couple people came in late. Where did I put it? My friends, which journal did I stick that thing in? That sticker, my first icing picture. My picture from my Canon. I said, oh, I'll put it on this journal. on my, oh yeah, this composition book I'm going to use for my Linda Berry study. It's a 5-subject, so this is 160 sheets, 320 pages. It's 5 subjects made by iScholar. When they say 5 subject, the only thing different is a piece of paper in between that, I guess, will divide your 5 subjects. It's made in Lindenhurst, New York. Not made in Lindenhurst. It's made in India, excuse me. iScholar Incorporated is in Lindenhurst, New York. I think I've been there. Anyway, this is wide ruled. But here's my little iZink printer, my Canon, the one I've been waiting for. So I printed out, if you guys remember, this is the watercolor exercise we did inspired by Paul Wang on Instagram. So I printed it out, my picture off Instagram, and it comes as a sticker. It's 2x3. So that's why I asked you guys in my membership for some samples of your art so that I'm able to print it off with this instant printer, and I'll be sticking it in the project I'm working on. Was I responsible for WMIS? Absolutely. I mean, I both. I worked for I worked for a Canadian company that also had obviously had a branch in the US. Anyways, a big multinational company. And so I was I had to know OSHA laws as well as the Ministry of Labor laws up here, the Ontario Health and Safety Act. So now it's been a long time since I took that OSHA course, though, like 10 plus years since I worked for that company. So it's been a long time since I WMIS and OSHA laws. But I still safety. It's so for some reason it's still in me. I cannot, I'm an observer, right? So no matter what, if I walk past that person, if I walk past somebody on a genie boom, on a lift, on a ladder, on a whatever, no matter what, I'm like, do they have their harness on? Are they tied off? Is it like, no matter what, I can't not look. I can't not look. How about those for double negatives? I bought the Canon IV Click Plus. So the Click is an instant camera. The Click Plus, very important, is the instant camera and printer and app. So cool. And it's got a selfie mirror. The lens, where the lens is a little selfie mirror and everything. But I mostly bought it for the printer. It just was a bonus. For me, it was a bonus that it had a camera attached to it. But I mostly wanted so that I'm able to print out my Animal Crossing pictures. and that's why I bought it originally. Then I had the good idea to print, or I had an idea to print out memberships. Those are who have joined the Journal Artista community over here on the YouTube. Thank you so much. I have a little project going. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I'm using those pictures of your guys' art. So those who wants outage, I can show your work. Outage. In the operating room. Oh, that's different. Yeah, I did. I'm sure OSHA. I don't know if it's the same difference, right? There's different laws, like in the Ministry of Labor in Canada, right? There's different, whether you're in manufacturing, construction, there's different rules. So obviously, the OSHA laws I knew were in the manufacturing. I'm sure like bloodborne pathogens and all of those type of things is WMIS and different for in hospitals and stuff than in manufacturing. You've got the Canon IV printer. See, I was going to get just the IV printer, but then to get the Click Plus, right? Because it is a Canon IV, right? So you can get the Canon IV and then a Click, but Canon IV, the one with the camera was only about $40 more than the IV, which is why I chose it. Heat gun. I want to dry this page so that I can put gesso on the back side of this. because this really sank in, my friends. It really sank into the paper, sunk into the paper. But it could have been just because the paper was wet. Damn. It's expensive. It's expensive. Just the iZink paper, the iZink technology in Canada. I don't know if there's a cheaper way or cheaper place, but 50 sheets. This paper, the iZink paper, and they print out 2x3. Is $25. So it's 50 cents a picture. Oh, the photo stickers, like I said. So for me to be able to print out my Animal Crossing pictures off my Nintendo Switch, it's the most exciting ever. Of course, printing other people's art, my own art, is also exciting. Yeah, and that's why I bought it. So I it does the regular Ivy, Kathy, have a micro SD slot? So you can print it for any picture off your smartphone, whether Instagram, whatever, off your camera roll, off your screenshots, any website, whatever, as long as you can access the app. But it's also micro SD compatible, so that I can put the micro SD card in my Nintendo Switch, my Switch Lite, and then transfer the pictures from there, and then print them out. I mean, you can. I posted some Animal Crossing pictures on Facebook from my Switch, but nobody wants to see like 50 to 100. I'll be posting all these pictures and be like, "What is this?" Nobody want to see that. Gun. I did, Debbie. Well, for me, let's see. So with my membership, um, I have lots of plans. So I haven't struggled. I know where I'm going with the next two tiers. I have it all planned. Like I said, I've been thinking, but I know that look, I'm real and honest. It takes some balls to stand up here and have an inactive YouTube channel for 4 years and ask for money. I'm first one to admit it, right? So you know, um, and like I said, I have done YouTube for over 10. I'm not going to get on a soapbox. I've never asked anybody for anything. You know what I mean? Monetizing, my channel is monetized. Journal Artista is monetized. It's been monetized for years. So the join button, there's nothing wrong for any of us in the community to throw up a join button or to further monetize our channel and hopefully fulfill our dreams. So that's what I'm doing. And I happily support all the other people in my art community that are monetizing their channels or putting up join buttons. And like I said, it's not, I love YouTube. I'm not just, I'm a member of two gaming channels and two beauty guru drama reaction channels and stuff. Right? That's just a way to support your your favorite YouTubers. So for me, it's pretty brazen to come back from after having a channel that I've lost 2,000 subscribers over the past couple years. Like it's completely inactive for the years, right? So like I said, it's pretty. I understand, my friends. It's pretty nervy to come up here and ask for to have a membership when I haven't proven myself. So that's why for me, I just have one bottom tier so that I can prove. I need to prove to you guys. And I know I get messages of Paula, you don't need to prove nothing for us. Throw up another tier. I want something higher. But I'm not. I'm gonna do this for a month or two at least. I'm only gonna have one tier just to prove to you guys that I'm back and back for good. So um that's my thought. I've got lots of plan, and unfortunately, I'm not going to share what I've been planning for the past little while. I'm not in competition with anybody but myself. Don't get me wrong, but it was hard. I did, Debbie. I took a long time, a couple weeks to. I knew I was only going to throw up one tier, so the past little while I've been thinking about more. Um, but I've been thinking about it a while from in the Patreon aspect, not just the YouTube. So because the join button over here on YouTube was only ever, you know, for gamers. Like you had to have so many hours of gameplay on YouTube before you were eligible for a join button. So like I said, for me, it's a way to have the community aspect that I had over on Ustream, but yet still appeal to the masses of YouTube. And you know, it's hard. Like going live every day. I'm here every day. Day number 18. It's hurting my channel. The way YouTube works and you know, impressions and clicks and all that crazy stuff. I know, like I'm losing I'm losing subscribers daily, and I know it's because in everybody's feed, right? Like live videos don't get views. It's just the bottom line. It's just the way it is. I mean, they get some views, but you're not gonna make money on live videos. People will look at a 2 hour or 3 hour, um, 2 hour or 3 hour video and be like, nope, not watching that. And then if I'm doing it every day, right, and they see in their subscription feed day after day, just me or just anybody, it doesn't have to be me. That causes a lot of people to unsubscribe, right? Because especially if they're not seeing any recorded or like 10-minute videos in between. So, you know, regardless, I'm not all about numbers and subscriber or whatever, right? If my subscribers go down, it's all good enough. It's not about, you never know who's watching. It's not all about, you know, how many subscribers. I appreciate subscribe. Please press subscribe. But you know, sometimes for me it's not about the number of views. Sometimes it's about the quality of view. You know what I mean, Vern? Hey, Zandra. It's Bluetooth. Yeah, so once the picture's in the cloud, I can get any of them. It is Bluetooth. Yeah, mine's Bluetooth too. But that's the thing. The way Nintendo Switch works, there's the only way you can get your pictures off the Nintendo Switch or the Switch Lite. Anyways, I don't know about the real Nintendo. The uh, not the real. This is real. Not the. I don't know what the big one does, but there's no way. You either have to post to Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or take it off a micro SD. And I'm sure nobody wants to see 50 Animal Crossing pictures on Facebook, so I ordered a cheap $8 micro S32 micro SD card. Heat gun. Yeah, what to offer at each level? Yeah, exactly. And that you have to, like, for me too, right? What do they say? Over promise, no, under promise and under promise and over deliver. Deliver's not the right word. Well, it's a word. I need a synonym for deliver. So for me, guys, I truly appreciate it. I know it's a risk, right? I know. That some people may think it's a risk. I know it's not a risk because I'm doing everything I can, working with professionals in the background to assure that I'm in a good place and I remain in a good place. So thank you so much to everybody that's a membership of my channel. I've got, again, good things and exciting things coming, but I have to prove myself first, right? That's all. And I, like I said, I know I do. I know I do. I've burned me some bridges. I blew up those bad boys, unfortunately, and I can't change the past. I can't change what happened 5, 6, 7 years ago. All I can do is, you know, that's why for the last 18 days started where I am, use what I have, and you know, whether low budget productions, we got things going on, but it doesn't matter. I've got to start where I am. I improve to you guys, and I'm here to do that. Hi, Sin. Yeah, over promise and under deliver. No. Under promise and over deliver. Anyways, you guys know what I mean. I truly appreciate it. Thank you to the members that have already joined. I've ordered a new laptop, um, so that I am able to do proper, awesome edited, recorded videos, and I'll be able to control my camera for my live stream. So I truly appreciate everybody's love and support. I really do. And I'm not gonna let you down. That's it's it. I'm back and I'm back for good. I am not. We looked at those art journals when I started art journaling 11 years ago, right? Back from 2009. And I could have wrote the exact same things yesterday or a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago, right? Like I need to break the cycle. Nobody can do it but me. Nobody can do it but me. So I'm here to do that. Welcome, Pat from Oklahoma. You've been there more than once. We had a plant there, but which, anyways, I've been to lots. This is still not dry. heat gun, because I want to dry so that I can gesso the back side of the other side to see if it's maybe the paint, acrylic paint and stuff is going to sink in too much, and that's why it's saying that it's only good for dry media. Muffy Case, is Andres going to start streaming soon? Is there anything you need to know? Well, just it's hard. So, hi Tanya, welcome. It's not as easy as some people make it look. So don't get discouraged at the beginning, right? You can't don't get discouraged about how many people are in your chat, or if whatever's going on, or you got techie issues, or what, like, you know, just I just say just do it, just try it out. It'll take practice. It takes time to be able to read the chat as well as do things, but it's fun. Just don't get discouraged, right? You just have to stick with it. And you have to, I mean, streaming live, you have to be willing to you never know who's watching you, especially over here on YouTube, my friends. You never know who's watching, so you've got to be able to willing to pull it up, put it all out there. Hey Gun. Hey Carol, you were eating. Man, Pauline, it's been so long. Maybe our friend Blade will stream again. He's been posting some videos, but I don't think he's been going live on YouTube anymore. Yeah, just have fun with it. Exactly. You just have to laugh at yourself. And, the big thing is just you can't get down. People are going to hate, especially when you go live, my friends. Haters going to hate. And just try it. Now, I like to go live. I've gone live for a long time. It's just, but I need both, right? To reach the audience that I want to reach, I need to have both live and recorded videos. I'm thinking about that too, Kathy, for the lives. And some people are shy to stream. I know, Linda. Yeah, just have fun with it. And try not to give out too much personal information. Because this is true. You really never know who's watching. Could be good, could be bad. All right, I'm going to put gesso on the other side over here. And I suggest if you're watching live recordings, my friends, no, I truly, that was dirty on the bottom of that. I watch almost every video at least 1.25 speed. Definitely, sometimes I get hiccups again. Excuse me. Sometimes 1.5, depending on who I'm watching, if they don't sound too much like a chipmunk. But this is sinking into the paper, this gesso. So maybe it will be a challenge to use more of the wet media. I'm going to have to play with this and look at how much it's, this is the sketchbook. Yeah, so maybe not so good for mixed media. Like even that's curling up like crazy. I don't know. This paper obviously doesn't have certain chemicals in it. Heat gun. Anyone? Does Lindy's have a binder? They must have a binder. No, I don't know. They come in powdered. Are we talking about the magicals? I don't edit anything. Even any of my what I say recorded videos, those are one takers. I don't, when I say editing, I'm going to be able to speed things up and whatever, but voiceovers and that type of thing, But if I'm just doing a technique video or any of them I got up, or like the crusty bits video or pack and tape transfer through a stencil, I may have done 1 or 2 takes, but I usually can pretty good at that. But there's not a lot of people that want to hear me ramble for 3 hours. When they want to learn in one 10-minute technique. Right? They'd rather watch a 10-minute technique video than listen to me for 3 hours. They're missing out. That's to me, I'd rather watch 3 hours. Let me tell you, the more I can get of my favorite YouTubers, heck yes. Keep going. Like, I don't know if anybody watches, I really like DC Media Girl. If you like that type of commentary, entertainment, reaction channel type stuff, I really like her. All right. Yeah, sped up voiceovers, exactly. More for me, my recorded videos will be technique videos. Like I said, more. I've got 3 different series I'm working on in the background already. I'm excited. Come on, computer. All right. So we have gesso on there. I am going to. What time is it? I've been on for 2 hours. I'm just going to get some paint. Almost time to go have some dinner. Let's see. What do we got? The oxazine purple? Why not? Get out the brush. I mean, I'm proud of my technique videos, right? Even what I did with the stuff that I, using what I have, the technique videos that I've done, like, and again, they're not recently. We're talking 4 or 5 years ago with my friends. I almost put in my coffee. Packing tape transfer through a stencil, my crusty bits jelly plate video. Ooh, vibrant. So I definitely will have to research this a little bit more when it comes to wet media in this sketchbook. Well, acrylic anyways. I really like how the watercolor worked on it, but this acrylic and gesso, like the gesso and acrylic paint, it's sinking right in. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing. Probably what it's supposed to do. Let me find. We'll go back to this Julie Faye Van Balzer stencil, throw it on there, see how well it wipes off. So Kathy, that's what we were just talking about. This first time. This is the Arteza sketchbook. 118-pound paper. Are you talking, Kathy B, about the Arteza watercolor? Because I have that too. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with both. Don't get me wrong. I'm impressed with both. This one I'm testing out mixed media because it's 118-pound paper, where the watercolor journal is only what? I shouldn't say only, but it's 90-pound, I guess. I think 90-pound. But obviously it has different sizing. I don't know. I'm probably not using the right word. Different things in the paper making process. Additives. Kathy got both, and they're both great. They are. I'm telling you. I'm impressed with Arteza so far. The quality, like the binding, the cover. Absolutely. I'm impressed. I haven't been in the loop with this since this company's been out and selling stuff. So it's my first foray with the brand. Again, they are. I mean, it says right on it. They are distributors, but whoever is in charge of choosing products are definitely choosing some good ones. So I'm liking it. So wiping back came out pretty came out okay. Mm, I will have to do a page side by side with like just a Canson mixed media journal or something else to be able to add some slots to really compare it. But I'm not sure I'm liking the way the paper is not buckling, but curling when I'm trying to work in it. So maybe this will be, a little bit acrylic craft paint, but maybe not like the Liquitex basics and stuff and gesso. You don't know. Especially like I don't know if I start throwing down some collage, is the gel medium gonna just sink right into the paper and not kind of stand on top, The watercolor journal is good for mixed media. Filmora 9 is great editing software. Well, I'm getting a Mac, so I'm excited about that. Thank you, Jean, if you're out there for the advice. I don't know if you were here when I first when I put my first brush stroke into the watercolor journal for the first time. I am impressed at the wash. Like that was the first thing I did. And I have not been able to get a wash that flat in a long time. So heck yes. I know Shauna and Joyce, they have like 8x8s or 6x6 or Shauna glued two smoother pages together in the watercolor journal to use more texture size. In this one, glue two pages together? Well, I guess one side is smoother than the other. I can see that. Oh yeah, I see that. I see that. Yeah, I haven't tried anything on that smoother side. Well, first, I've got water. I just sprayed some water on here. So let me just wipe back those water droplets. I'm just using, there's so much paint left over on my baby wipe. I just spread it around. Again, making this paper wet, probably not the best. Like, it's not like you can't use wet media in here, but I definitely I like how the watercolor looked in this. The sprays did not take the paper so well. The sprays just sunk right in. But wasn't too bad after gesso. So in this journal, go back to this is back to the watercolor one. I'm just, this is the smoother side. Get out a paintbrush again. Got my granddaughter the Real Brush watercolor pens, and she loves them. Awesome. The one of the off-brand, I shouldn't say off-brand, is not the right word. The Zig clean colors, or like one of the other, and the other ones, like the ones I have, are branded by Home Cube. But I mean, it's still a real brush. Oh, from Arteza. Oh yeah, Arteza does have those. Let me look at them actually. Well, I don't have the markers, but I do have. So I'm holding this journal up. Probably not the best way to do a swatch. That was a pretty watered down wash. This is a number 10 Princeton Neptune round. So I don't know. Let me find a granulating color in here. Which one of these is granulating? Is Potter's Pink granulating? I can't remember. Well, you know what would help if I looked at my swatch sheet, especially after I spent the time making one. Where is it? Uh-oh. I lost it. I lost it in... Where's my swatchy sheet for this? It's too late to charge in anything now anyways. It's going to be dry. Well, this bad news. I lost my... Well, it'll show up here after I clean my desk later on when I go off. Obviously, the gradient wash there is not as smooth as... Well, actually, that wasn't so smooth either. But that's the artist, not the paper. That's the artist, not the paper. Thanks, Don. I've been out of practice for a long time. I mean, those type of wash... Let me see. Over... I'll put this off to the side for a moment. I've got too many books out. I've got 4 books, 4 different journals and sketchbooks over here drying, open drying. Let us see. This is a Jane Davenport. That was not a gradient wash though. Let's see. And I'm sure Arteza. Let me look at the Arteza. That wrapper that comes on it. And it has some advertising. So we can see. And they have watercolor pads too, not just in journals. But you know me, I like to work in books. I'm using too big of a brush for this wash, I think. Or I'm not taking enough water off my brush every time. So you definitely, this paper, Jane Davenport, has some texture in it. Or this must be the rough side of the paper. I like it. Using whatever is on my palette over here. Kathy. Oh, I have lots of Dollarama sketchbook. I just bought one recently. The last time I was at the Dollarama. Shocker. Wait, well, that wasn't recent. That was a few months ago. More than a few months ago. Oh, no. Okay, we've got problems. Too many books. Well, there's always something. I kid you not. At the Dollarama, there's always something fun in the stationery section. You never know what you're going to find at the Dollarama. Dawn makes her own watercolor sketchbooks with Canson 140-pound paper. You sew some and use my cinch too. That's awesome. I have so many nice watercolor journals that my friends have made me I need to use too. That I've been treasuring. But I do it too as well. I like the 140-pound folded in half, right? The 9x12 size folded in half. So you have a 6x9 journal. I do like that size. So I'm definitely working on the rougher side of the paper in this Jane Davenport journal. I'll let that bleed into the other one. See, this is what I would be doing, my friends, if I was arting on the couch. Probably with a smaller brush and a lot smaller rectangles. But this is the kind of thing I just play with. I play with how much water's in my brush, the flow, how thing. I love the blooms, the splots. Haunted gamer. Welcome. Do you play Animal Crossing? I always love some Animal Crossing up in this joint. Let me add a little blue. We're just playing around. I'm almost ready to go. I need to go eat some dinner. I truly appreciate everybody being here. I'm super excited about my new books and my new camera. Well, not the camera, the printer. So I've got to get busy and start printing a whole bunch of things. If you want to join my membership, guys, there's some questions in the chat there. Under every one of my videos is the join a link to the join button. Lots of times you can't see the join button. If you look on my main Journal Artista page, you'll see the subscribe and the blue join button. It should say join beside subscribe, and it should be in blue. And you can click on that. If you don't see that blue join in the description of all of my videos, click on the link in the description of any video that you happen that any one of my videos, and it'll take you to a web browser. If you're an iOS specifically, you have to go to a web browser, to an actual browser to sign up. Again, I truly appreciate everybody's love and support. I'm so excited to be back. Big things coming, my friends. Big things coming. I'm gonna spend the night swatching, I think. Thank you, Jane. There's a link right there. Thank you, Sandra. Wonderful to see you too as well, Judy. Or excuse me, Julie. And those in the chat like Anita, and we're still getting used to the Ustream versus YouTube names. So I think Anita showed up in Kathy Harbor's chat today, and I think everybody forgot it was our Anita from our good friend Anita from Ustream. So front door photography is I am KJ Julie. Yeah, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs down button. Either way, I'll be happy. Thank you so much, my friends. Tomorrow, what day is it tomorrow? Friday. Friday tomorrow. No, it's Friday. I'll be back in the morning probably. Probably, but I will tweet. My apologies if I got had anybody nervous because I was watching my friends on YouTube this morning rather than streaming myself. So my apologies that I next time I will tweet and let everybody know that I'm okay. Just wait until a little bit later to go live. I still plan on going live every day that I'm off. Today's the 18th, tomorrow will be 19. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. See you on the internets. Much love. Absolutely, Zandra. Debbie, need that link.